What's up, Kansas City Chiefs fans? The Kansas City Chiefs are just 2 days away from taking on the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL opener of the 2024 season. It's finally here. I do see the Chiefs winning this ball game, but there are three things that I want to talk about that could get in the way of that. So without further ado, let's get right to it. The first, obviously, on everyone's hearts and minds is the injury to Hollywood Brown. He remains, thankfully, though, the only player who is out in this ball game. We all know that he sustained an injury during the offseason and is expected to be back in the next couple weeks. We don't know if it's going to be next week, if it's going to be the week after that, but that certainly is going to be a huge injury. And clearly, probably Patrick Mahomes' favorite target during training camp. We know that he has veteran experience. We know that he can go out and he's extremely fast. He makes incredibly contested balls. We all saw that touchdown a couple weeks ago in the preseason, that touchdown and a huge long bomb pass from Patrick Mahomes, and then he goes down with an injury, and it's just devastating. We did re-sign Juju Smith-Schuster, so he brings in some veteran leadership, but certainly the Kansas City Chiefs are much stronger with Hollywood Brown, arguably, and I think factually, the best wide receiver on this ball club. I think Rashee Rice, of course, will be an amazing number one eventually, but right now you would have to say that Hollywood Brown is clearly the best wide receiver on the team. And to go against the Baltimore Ravens when the Ravens have revenge on their minds. Let's not forget that Patrick Mahomes, I love this stat. Let's go down the list. We've got Josh Allen, and we've got the Baltimore quarterback, and we've got the Cincinnati quarterback, and we've got all these different quarterbacks in the AFC that have all had to go up against Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. They've got 0 Super Bowls, and he has thrice Super Bowls. So obviously he's going to be looking for revenge there in Baltimore against the Kansas City Chiefs. And so the Chiefs need all hands on deck to beat the Baltimore Ravens. However, we know that we are down our best wide receiver. That is obviously the number one injury and the number one thing that could keep this offense from rolling. I am extremely excited about the addition of an emergence of Carson Rice. Let's go, buddy. And I'm extremely excited about bringing back Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm extremely excited that Rashee Rice is not suspended to start the season after the hit and run in Dallas. And so looking forward to seeing. And then, of course, our first round pick, Worthy, who ran the fastest 40 combine in NFL history. So it looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are stacked on offense, but obviously that injury to Hollywood Brown is got to be number one on everyone's list. And one of the reasons that the Chiefs might not get it done on Thursday, again, I do think that they are going to do just that. Number 2, unanswered question. Steve Spagnuolo is undecided on the second quarterback. So the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, traded away L'Jarius Sneed this offseason, leaving a big hole at cornerback opposite Trent McDuffie, and the team is still undecided who will play there. I want you to show this right here. This is when this article came out. It came out just about an hour ago. And so at 7:26 Eastern Standard Time, 6:26 there in Kansas City, we still don't know who our second quarterback is going to be. Now, Steve Spagnuolo said this. He said that, it's an unanswered question right now, to be honest with you. But with the injuries that we dealt with and the guys in and out, it was hard to say. This is the guy that won the job. So there will probably be a bunch of them playing. And so what really worries me about that as well is we've had this situation before in the running back position and other positions where position by committee usually does not work. And specifically at cornerback, when you've got to get in a rhythm and you've got to establish yourself as the number one, as the guy. And for us to not have that figured out here at the end of training camp is concerning, to say the least. There's just no question about it. There's no doubt about it. There's no way to sugarcoat this. Not having a second quarterback solidified at the end of training camp just shows that truly it wasn't that everyone was so good we don't know who to pick from. It means that everyone was so mediocre that they don't know who to give the job to. So, with the Baltimore quarterback back there and his ability to run and throw the ball, this could get out of hand quick if one of those quarterbacks gets picked on early and they go after him time and time again, and expect that to happen. It's going to happen. It's just whether or not the Kansas City Chiefs can hang enough points on the board to keep the Ravens at bay. So that's issue number 2. And number 3, you may not see this one coming, but I really want to talk about this. Kansas City Chiefs revealing their special pregame plans for Thursday's 2024 season opener. We got the biggest, world's largest tailgate at the Truman Sports Complex. We got quirky games and celebrities. You can stream the event. We've got the banner signing. We've got Rob Riggle doing the drum. And we got all this different pomp and circumstance going on there for the Kansas City Chiefs pregame special. What happened last year, excuse me. Last year, we had the same thing happen, and it wasn't nearly this big. We played the Detroit Lions, and they kicked our butts and won the game. And a lot of people said it was because of the banner hanging, and it was Super Bowl hangover. But statistically, the Chiefs have kind of gotten out to a slow start. Now, we all know that they gel in the playoffs, and everything worked out fine. So what's the point of talking about it? Well, the point of talking about it is that we're not going to play the Detroit Lions, most likely, unless we played them in the Super Bowl last year. So we're playing the Baltimore Ravens, and we're playing the Cincinnati Bengals, and that could have huge playoff implications then in January. So the importance of this game cannot be denied. It can't be ignored. And, the Chiefs can't be caught sleeping and, having Super Bowl hangover and thinking, hey, we're the stuff, and we're back and we're going to three-peat and blah, blah, blah. And then they're caught sleeping, and then the Ravens hand it to them. Let me tell you something. Baltimore's coming into this game with revenge on their minds, and they are pissed off, pardon my language, and they want to win this ball game and on Kansas City's turf and make a huge statement. So if the Kansas City fans are as loud as they possibly could be at Arrowhead on Thursday, and if the Kansas City Chiefs aren't dialed in and laser focused, then we could truly lose this ball game. And don't tell me that the statistic about Andy Reid being the best coach there is off the bye. And, during a first round bye during the playoffs, he absolutely is. But for some reason, typically we've had slow starts, specifically last year. So Chiefs cannot believe the hype. They can't read into the headlines. I would turn off all news events. I take away every single bit of streaming and news feeds away from the Kansas City Chiefs and have them dialed in and locked in and ticked off and ready to kick some Baltimore behind. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'm Daniel Booth. We do this every single day. Talk Chiefs. And so if you like the channel, like and subscribe. Thanks, everyone. See you Thursday. Go Chiefs. Now, we'll do a video tomorrow about why we're going to win.